Yo, 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 it's Matt. Yaps, back at it with another video. I kind of missed the last 2 days because I've been doing college schoolwork. That shit's been sucking. But guess what? We back at it. I'm keeping my grades up. I'm staying consistent. Guess what? Made the dean's list last year. We're staying consistent. And guess what? We're staying consistent with this YouTube shit. But we're gonna consistently do some different shit. And I'm good. And today I consistently collaborated with a plant from this God-given earth to make this video, and it's gonna be some different shit. I'm gonna like, it's gonna be different. Y'all gonna be a little sad by the adjustment, but we're gonna be watching a video together. So grab some snacks, bro. Grab a blanket, grab a pillow, grab whatever, bro. Hold on, I need to fucking turn my bonnet. Ugh, ugh. Grab anything comfortable, bro. And hold on, I think my headphones are on backwards. Yeah, it feels better. Damn, I'm sorry. A little sick, but yeah, we collaborate with the plant. So grab anything. If you want to collaborate with the plant, do it too. I'm gonna pause the video at like 25. So at the 25-minute mark, which is halfway through the video, I'm gonna pause and we're gonna relay and I'm gonna yap and then we're gonna go right back in the video. But yeah, man, let's get into this video, man. Matt Yaps watching reaction, first reaction on the YouTube channel. Reaction to Killer lures woman into House of Horrors. Let's fucking go. And I'm not gonna yap that much during the video because you guys won't be able to hear me because my audio is lower than the video. So let's go.
Come to me. What's your name?
You're upstairs. Make yourself known now.
Kids, come out! We need to get her out of the house. She's been hit in the head with a baseball bat.
He said he would kill everybody. What's in your pants? Is there a gun in your pants?
I said I grabbed the gun when.
Don't move.
Escalated quickly.
This was the chaotic scene Evansville, Indiana law enforcement officers found when they arrived at Heidi Carter's residence on the night of October 19, 2021. By the end of the night, they were faced with 2 dead bodies, a victim in the hospital, 2 people under arrest, and countless questions. The appalling details of the crime would only make sense once police determined who the real victim was and delved into the twisted mind of the perpetrator. Most of the following footage has never been seen before. On the night of October 19, 2021, a state trooper opened his door to find a panicked woman clutching a hammer and begging for help. She'd seen his cruiser parked out front after escaping from a terrifying and disturbing situation down the street. He then made a 911 call.
He's off duty right now. He had someone come up to his door knocking on it, advising that they need officer assistance with the possible kidnapping.
Where's this at?
And a murder.
Other officers soon arrived, but they had no idea the nightmare they were walking into.
What you got?
So she sat on a dead body. Okay.
Straight down on the girl right there. And then there's a girl that's yelling for help.
You're straight up in PJs.
Yeah, dude.
I
knocking on my house.
Is it that White House?
Yeah.
I think they're crazy.
While the officers suspected there'd been previous calls to the house in question,
I was just here about a month ago.
police would soon learn that what took place behind closed doors that night was nothing short of a nightmare. The woman who escaped the White House, Cynthia Weinzapfel, began to relay a terrifying story. And it soon became obvious that the situation was dire. Little did they know, this was only the beginning.
What's going on here?
I was hanging out with this girl that I was supposedly working with, and she brought me over here to help her clean her house, and just psychotic, man. They've got a dead body I sat on. I thought it was a couch. Like I felt hair when I went to sit down. It felt funny to sit down, and then I went like that, and the hand slipped, and the weight came off. The head came out, but you could tell she was like...
Came out of what?
The blanket. They was just acting like everything was just a normal day.
Cynthia claimed that she'd sat on a couch in the house, only to feel something like human hair. It was then that she discovered she was in fact sitting on a dead body. But this gruesome discovery is only one piece of the horrors that had taken place inside the house, and, as police would soon find out, were still taking place as they spoke. As soon as she found the body, Cynthia tried to escape, only to be trapped by two people and prevented from leaving. Though she doesn't say it just yet, the events leading up to her escape were horrific. While Cynthia claimed someone had already been killed, she also alleged something that put all of the officers on edge, that another woman was still being held captive inside the house.
Step out front! You just stay right there.
Just as officers were beginning to make a plan on how to get inside to rescue the other woman being held there, they noticed movement near the house. A terrifying scene would soon unfold.
Hey, come out here! Hey! Hey!
Somebody just ran inside. Shut the...
Show me your hands. Yeah, show me your hands. Step out of the vehicle.
Someone watching the back on that house.
Yep, I've got eyes on the back. And I've got eyes on this lady. Get out of the van now.
Can somebody go to the other side of the house, like drive around the block?
Get out of the car. Hey, walk towards them over here.
The woman exiting the house and who the police are handcuffing is 36-year-old Heidi Carter.
Just relax. You got to relax a minute.
Please get in the house. He's in there. There's people in.
Somebody came out the front door and went back in when they saw us.
I don't know who it is.
Come over here. Relax.
No, there's people in there.
Despite Heidi's hysterics, she wasn't the woman that Cynthia had said was being held against her will.
Does Heidi live here?
Heidi's boyfriend is
Do what?
Heidi's boyfriend is Carrie, which is the dude that.
Kerry Hammond, Heidi's boyfriend, had been one of the people who tried to prevent Cynthia from leaving. The police were already very familiar with him, and their concerns grew when Cynthia alleged that he was making threats.
Is anybody hurt in that house? Who?
I'm trying to help her.
Who is hurt? Is somebody hurt in that house? Who? Two people?
It's sick. It's so sick. Yes.
Is somebody dead in that house?
Yes.
Heidi said the woman still trapped inside was named Amanda, but the rest of her story bordered on incomprehensible. The situation inside was incredibly volatile. Police decided to call everyone outside using a megaphone and arranged for an armored vehicle to come to the scene. More officers from multiple agencies, including the Sheriff's Department, City Police, and State Police, arrived and surrounded the residence. But even with all of this, they could not have anticipated how quickly things would go downhill.
Yes. Can you not please get out of this site? Please.
Okay, just you're fine. You're fine. You can't see. We got contact at the front door. Hold traffic.
As someone exits the house, police brace themselves, expecting Kerry Hammond. But they quickly learned that this was not the case.
Stand back up and come back to me. Hands on your head. Come back to me. Keep coming. Keep coming to my voice. Keep coming to my voice.
The man gave his name as Jason Harvey, and he claimed to be the one renting the house. He was handcuffed for the time being in case he was involved. What he shared escalated the already dire situation even further.
Hands up! Come out now! Do not reach down there again!
Yeah, my kids were upstairs and going, no, this is going on either. How old are you kids?
Just be advised, the kids are upstairs.
That's right. Not only was someone being held captive, but there were children in the residence as well. Before officers even had a chance to reconvene, someone else was seen near the front door, and they appeared to be holding a weapon.
I'm not saying you.
He invited me back there because Domino's showed up.
So wait.
Escalated quickly?
Yeah.
Officers are shocked when the unexpected happens, but exactly what just occurred, who had come to the door, and the harrowing discoveries found inside the house would all be explained later. This unbelievable turn of events would end up being only one piece of an incredibly disturbing puzzle, and officers would be tasked with untangling a sickening web to truly understand all of the horrors that had taken place in the house. One particularly tricky aspect of this stomach-churning case was determining who exactly was a victim and who was only pretending. With so many people involved, investigators also had to keep track of who was who. Jason was the man who exited the home and claimed to rent it. It was his children who he said were still inside. Heidi rented the ground floor from Jason, and she claimed her boyfriend, Kerry Hammond, was at the house that night as well. Cynthia, Heidi's friend, had come to the house under strange circumstances and later escaped. Still inside was Amanda and her boyfriend Tim, who had also been invited to the home by Heidi. In order to begin sorting through the dramatic and disturbing events of the night, Heidi, Cynthia, and Jason were all brought to the police station to answer questions. As it turned out, Cynthia had a warrant for her arrest.
Said if I stick around and I agree to do it, that I wouldn't go.
But that's the same police,
We have to
right?
arrest on felony warrant. It's not a misdemeanor.
I did the right thing. Y'all are killing me. Look, this is why people don't do this.
It was time to untangle the disturbing story. Nothing could prepare investigators for the sick truth they would eventually uncover. Unfortunately, Heidi didn't seem inclined to make the process easy.
Okay, well, I am going to search you. We're trying to do our job and keep everyone safe.
Cynthia was in another interrogation room, waiting to talk to police. It was 6 hours before a detective arrived to talk to Heidi. When he arrived, he would begin to untangle a story so disturbing that he would remember it for the rest of his career.
Heidi.
Yeah.
Now wake up for me, okay?
I'm like awake.
What's that?
I said I'm like awake.
Okay. I'm gonna have one of these officers take those handcuffs off of you so you can sit in a chair, okay?
Okay. Are you the detective?
Yes.
Okay. That woman's blood, I think, is on my shirt.
What'd you say?
The woman's blood that, Amanda.
Yes.
Because,
Why don't you sit in this one over here?
After confirming Heidi's personal information, the detective informed her of her Miranda rights. Heidi agreed to talk to him without a lawyer present.
How long have you lived there at the house on Stinson?
Okay. Maybe since I was sometime in August, I think.
Okay. And how did you come to live there?
I was staying at the Econo Lodge, and right by the Econo Lodge. When I came to town, Carrie had actually moved me out here.
Kerry Hammond is Heidi's boyfriend. He doesn't live at the house where Heidi was renting the ground floor from Jason.
He moved me out here, and then I met Jason, actually, and we hit it off, and he's been my friend. Basically, him and his kids had the upstairs, it's a bigger house.
Right.
And then me and my dog, we had our room.
Jason, the man renting the house where Heidi was living, was advised of his rights when he came to the station. He, too, agreed to speak with the police. His questioning would prove to be extremely helpful in determining who exactly was a victim or not. Earlier, when he first exited the house, Jason had appeared shocked at the situation unfolding at his home.
What's going on in there? I just cleaned out my bathroom and cleaned up twice.
He then shocked everyone by informing officers that his children were still inside during an incredibly volatile situation.
Just be advised, the kids are upstairs.
In the moments following the unexpected incident, officers jumped on the opportunity to get inside the house and attempt to rescue those still trapped there, including Jason's children. Using the armored vehicle for cover, officers approached the house, likely bracing themselves for the potential horrors inside. They had no idea that the grim discoveries they would make were only the tip of the iceberg.
Police department, if you're in the house, be known! All right, you guys ready?
Kids are upstairs. On you.
North, south, west. Got a long hall, multiple doors. Ready? On you. Go. Go. I got the long hall. Closet. We're clearing the house. Okay. Get back, dogs. Hold on, we got another room back here.
Police department, if you're upstairs, make yourself known now.
Kids, come out.
Keep coming down. Come out to the stairs. You're okay? Come downstairs. The hands up.
I'll go contact.
Yeah. Hands up. Keep coming.
Guys,
You're
watch
good.
your guns. Watch your guns. Watch your guns. Watch your
Keep
guns.
coming. Come on, kids. Come on, guys.
Come on out, kids.
Make a. Hey,
Guys,
come over here,
make a
bro.
hole.
Come over here. Make a hole.
Come on, guys.
Okay. Okay, I got him. Here, we're gonna hang on, guys. Let's get that out of the way out there. Hold on.
Hey, one more.
Delano. Stop there. We're coming out too. Guys, just look to the right. This is right.
Jason's children made it out of the house safe, but not everyone would. Following his children's rescue, Jason later alleged during questioning that nothing earlier that day indicated something so horrific was going to happen later. Investigators wanted to clarify how exactly Heidi had come to live in the house Jason was renting.
How do you know Heidi and Carrie?
I just know Heidi from meeting her at a bar back in July.
Okay. So you met her in July and then...
Right. I found out that she was living at the hotel where they let the vendors out at.
Oh, okay.
And yeah, I didn't think she needed to be there, so I told her she'd come stay with us until we could figure something out.
Yeah, okay. Carrie already living with you, or did they both move in together?
No, Carrie lives at the safe house.
Okay.
Yeah, so yesterday I went to work like normal, went and had dinner with a girl that I'm dating and everything else. Came home like normal, went to sleep. I got Dad back. Also been passing stone, which I passed tonight. That's the reason why I didn't notice the light until I came out of the bathroom.
Right.
But yeah, I've been taking my Lord test from my back, and I passed out earlier and woke up to pretty much all this except for going to the bathroom.
Right.
Jason's recollection of events begs the question.
Optimum's Black Friday deal is here. It's our best offer of the year. Get 1 gig internet for $30 a month. Bundle with mobile and TV for a 3-year...
Did he actually miss the truly horrific events taking place in his own house? Or is there something else going on? Back with Heidi, the detective continued to press her for details.
How long have you been with Carrie?
Just since I moved here. I've known him since, I don't know, say maybe March or something.
Heidi also alleged that her relationship with Carrie was rife with violence.
Have you ever called us before for any of the stuff he's done?
No.
Okay.
Maybe.
So the whole time you two have been dating, he's been at the safe house? Okay. Do you know what he was in trouble for that ended up in the safe house?
A syringe or something.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Something drug related.
Right.
Carrie had an extensive criminal history going back to 1993, including intimidation with a deadly weapon in 2005 and subsequent charges for robbery, battery, and drug-related offenses. As police uncovered more, it became clear that Carrie's crimes were only escalating, but they had no idea just how far things would go. He wasn't the only one with a record. Heidi also had a felony warrant out for her arrest. She had a record going back to 1997, including charges for domestic battery, auto theft, and resisting arrest. Heidi claimed that Carrie encouraged her to go on a dating site.
In terms of you and him and other women, how often was that stuff going on?
That happened twice before, and that was through, let me see, okay, the first one was Danny, then there was Kelly, and then Amanda.
Heidi explained that she met Amanda, the same woman who would later be held hostage in the house, on a dating app called Tammy, and that they talked briefly there before exchanging phone numbers. Heidi arranged for Amanda to come over to the house.
But you said you sent a message saying something about her boyfriend and wife?
Yes.
Okay, but then what made you think it was just going to be her coming over?
Because everything that, when she texted him talking to her, it was an I thing.
According to Heidi, Amanda insisted that her boyfriend, 50-year-old Tim Ivy, also join her, and the two headed to the house around 3 a.m., according to Heidi.
Did they say anything about anybody coming or going or anything happening in your house today?
It said something about some dude coming and going, I guess.
All of you drinking alcohol?
I don't know about all this.
Eating, right.
I'm an alcoholic.
Right.
And I know definitely I was.
Heidi appeared to have a long history of substance use and also admitted to using methamphetamine that day. Though Jason's children were now safe,
just take a breath, okay? You're fine.
Hey, buddy.
Police were likely shocked to hear that they'd been in the home during all of the horrific events that took place downstairs. Understandably, investigators are concerned that perhaps Jason's children saw more than they were letting on.
Did she say anything about anything happening with any of these people that are in your house?
She just said that the guy had tried to follow her upstairs.
Despite this apparent close call, both children were lucky enough to avoid stumbling upon the sickening crimes taking place in their home. Heidi's story is about to take a dark turn, but she's only just beginning to reveal what happened to Amanda, the woman she met on a dating app and invited over, and her boyfriend, Tim.
They started taking the... Do I have to go into details with that, or...?
No, I mean, not terrible details, but so you guys engaged in some form of activity between you, Amanda, and Tim.
Yeah. You gotta bring
were you guys in the middle of doing your stuff when Carrie came in?
Yeah.
Okay, and he got pissed off.
Yeah.
What did he do then?
Well, like I said, he started. He had hit him. He had hit her, and he then he.
And you said hit, was this hands, fists?
He was using different things, like
weapons. What?
Yeah.
I mean, what kind of weapons did he use? You said he used
a
weapons.
baseball bat.
Okay.
And he.
On both of them.
Yeah.
Okay.
He did not hit me.
Earlier at the scene, Cynthia, Heidi's friend who came to be at the house that night under strange circumstances, shared a similar story.
Does Heidi live here?
Heidi's boyfriend is Carrie. He's the one that was the aggressor that had the gun. He's the one that had the baseball bat.
Okay, now he had hit me later in the evening. He used a lot of force and threat. Because if you don't have somebody, I don't care if I'm engaged to him or not. Like, you know.
Did you ever do anything to try and stop him when he was hitting them with the stuff?
So you tell me honestly, 100% truth, you don't know anything about any of that happened downstairs.
Shut me on a polygraph, whatever you need to do, man.
In addition to offering to take a polygraph, Jason allowed the police to download the contents of his phone and provided access to his front door camera to help them establish a clear timeline for the awful events of the day. Whether or not he was as uninvolved as he said remained to be seen.
Did you tell him to stop? Did you try to, physically make him stop?
To the best that I'm able to. I'm yelling at him, trying to grab his arm.
Heidi's story only gets more harrowing as she continues.
Well, you say he restrained them. How did he go about doing that?
Tape.
Okay.
And then...
both of them? Or?
A tape with Tim, okay? And then I think he might have used tape with her, but then there's also the restraints.
Heidi claims that she left the house to seek help and went to a work site to pick up Cynthia, the woman who eventually had to escape and was the one who alerted law enforcement. When she picked Cynthia up, she told her that she needed help, but she didn't tell her it was because of what Carrie had done. Rather, she said she needed help cleaning the house, and Cynthia agreed.
Without directly saying, I was reaching out for help, making comments to Cynthia about, making hints at it,
Like how?
About my boots, being dirty, and I can't remember exactly, but I was basically trying to hint, because I couldn't call 911. I couldn't be the one that standoff shit happened. I was trying to call 911, but not being the one that called 911.
Despite her discomfort, exhaustion, and recent trauma, Cynthia's account of the night's horrific events would highlight some issues with Heidi's version of events.
There's a yellow pair of construction boots. There was blood on them, okay? And I put those on.
Note that these were not the boots Heidi was currently wearing. She alleged that after she wore them, Carrie cut the bloody pair off her feet and intended to burn them.
I kept making comments to her about it, and she wouldn't even look down at them.
Cynthia, though, said she had a reason not to worry about the condition of Heidi's boots.
She told you what now?
That raccoon got one.
That a raccoon did what?
Got blood on her boots.
Why would she tell me that?
I've never said anything about a raccoon. I tried to make references, okay? But why would I say a raccoon?
Well, she said that's what she said.
No, I didn't say anything about a raccoon. I was straight up, implying stuff.
In contrast, Cynthia maintained that Heidi never communicated anything was wrong, just asked her to come over to help clean. Clearly, one of the women was lying, but the police didn't yet know which one. The question was, Why? Well, because the truth is far more disturbing than anyone could have even imagined. When Heidi and Cynthia got to the house, all hell broke loose.
I kept hearing like a whimper. I kept hearing these noises throughout the night. And I automatically thought it was this little girl that was upstairs. But then she was downstairs whenever I heard it this last time, and I was like, what was that? So I go to sit down, and I think I'm sitting on the couch at this point. I think I'm sitting on a couch at this point. It was not a couch. It was a human being.
How did you realize that it was a person?
So rearrange the cushion like this, right here, my hand slipped, and you can see the face, like you can tell who it was.
Okay.
When Heidi first emerged from the house, she made a disturbing statement along similar lines.
He said he would kill everybody.
Okay. And then when she realized what I had seen, they tried to tell me I couldn't leave here at that point.
Right.
And I was like, I'm leaving. You don't understand. You can't keep me here. I've done nothing wrong. I'm not going to tell on y'all. Like, I was like, I'm leaving. And he told me no. So he takes his baseball bat and he puts it up against my forehead. And he's like, strip naked.
Cynthia claimed that Carrie thought she'd stolen a key to one of the vehicles while cleaning and intended to strip search her. Cynthia refused and said that she told Carrie she would continue to refuse, even if he hit her.
And they pretty much tell me that if I leave, that I die. And I was like, okay, whatever. So I sat down and acted like a good, good girl, and like I didn't know anything. And I was trying to throw him off to where I had to get away too.
This was yet another conflict between Heidi and Cynthia's stories.
Well, she told me that you guys told her she couldn't leave, kept her from leaving.
No, that's...
Eventually, she told Carrie she needed to go to the bathroom, and you let her go to the bathroom, and that's when she snuck out.
No, listen, that's straight up. That is straight up. Because she even, no.
Right, Matt, yes, crew, we're at halfway mark. But basically, the yap that I got, I'm gonna do a quick yap because I know we're at a pretty yap that I got is that from what I believe that this bitch Heidi got this hoe Cynthia, and I believe that she got Cynthia so that her boyfriend could kill her. Because I think the boyfriend and her are kind of running like some shenanigans where they killing hoes for real, bro. And that just leads me to know, like, bro, like, you can't just go home with anybody, bro. You can't just be around anybody, bro. You gotta fully know people. I don't care how long you know people for. You gotta meet these people's like surrounding family members. You gotta meet their other friends. You gotta meet their friends of their friends. You gotta meet people that just barely fuck with them, but fuck with them a little bit and just see how these people are, bro. That really tells you a lot about a person. That's what I've realized, bro. It's like that person that you're like trying to figure out, bro. Just look who fucks with them. Look who gravitates toward them, bro. Whoever gravitates toward them, most likely gonna be the type of person they are. But yeah. And these people, I mean, I'll tell you right now, she seems like a dope addict, and her boyfriend clearly looked like he had problems. So what does that gravitate you towards? A couple that's probably fucking out here trying to kill people. But back to the video.
One that never, I don't even think he ever told her that she couldn't leave.
Finally, I was like, you know what, I had to pee. And they were like, well, you're going to have to pee right there. And I'm like, I said, I'm not. You can either stop me or not.
At the scene, Cynthia had told officers the same distressing story.
Like, after I found the body, they started freaking out, telling me I had to stay. I was like, I don't know anything. This is a prop, right? This is a joke, right? So, you know what I mean? Trying to play it off like it wasn't real.
And then how'd you get to this point right here?
I told him I had to pee, and I went up there.
The detective would confront Heidi with more soon enough, but for now, he refocused the conversation on the details of Tim's horrific fate.
Carrie kept going towards him, and I know it's because of me, like that he was there. Carrie's very, very, very possessive of me. And basically, the whole room is covered in blood, like her blood, his blood.
What about after you came back with Cynthia? How was Tim then?
Like dead, and he had a blanket over him, and he was stiff.
Earlier at the scene, Heidi had told police about Tim.
How do you know there's somebody dead in there?
I seen him pulling a body in a blanket.
Who?
Carrie.
And what did he tell you happened? Tell you how he did it?
He didn't tell me, but he said with his bare hands, and I knew he had blood all over his pants. There's blood everywhere. Okay, and he was in the middle of cleaning it up. It's like a bloodbath.
If the scene was as gory as Heidi described, it's hard to imagine that no one else in the house noticed. What Heidi said next made that seem even less likely.
And Jason, it's not his job to protect me, but yeah, he had come down and go right past the bodies, you know.
She said at some point you were down there and walked right beside it where this dead dude was laying covered up with blankets and stuff.
Yeah, I never did notice anything.
It was a little harder to get an answer from Cynthia.
Did you see any other, did you see anything that would lead you to think that somebody had been hurt in that house? Do you remember seeing anything other than cleaning up the dog's messes? Cynthia? Hey, Cynthia, stay with me here. Okay, I'm trying to let you rest, okay? But
No, you're fine.
this is a big deal.
You don't understand. I had to sit here and think of it. It's making me nauseous.
Okay.
Back with Heidi, she finally asked the detective an important question.
This chick is Amanda. She's still alive. No, she is. Gosh, she's not. Like, I know I'm gonna be f***ed up. She's really gonna be f***ed up.
Initially, Heidi had been questioned about Amanda, and what she said only worried officers more.
He killed Amanda?
I don't know. He was trying to. No, she was alive when just a minute ago, okay?
After rescuing Jason's children, officers turned their attention to trying to find the woman still being held hostage inside. Amanda's rescue from the home was nothing short of harrowing. As police cleared the home, they made a horrific discovery in Heidi's bedroom.
It's outside. Go, 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 go. Go, 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 go.
Where you at? Back here. I got a female down, and I got blood. Somebody get with her. Make contact. Where you at? Back up. What's your name? Somebody.
Down.
Somebody stay with him.
What's your name?
Stay with me.
Okay, I got you.
Hey, you got any weapons? Okay. Hey, I need you to come. Take your blood. Close it. Yep. Hey, kids, watch your face the door. Okay. Hey, you got one you can wipe it off. Okay, that's fine. We're not worried about that, okay? Come to me. Come to me. No weapons, correct? Okay. Come on. Okay, come on. Come on. Come on. Come to me. What's your name? Amanda? Okay, Amanda, come to me. Keep coming to me. Guys, we're coming up. We need to get her out of the house. She's been hitting the head with baseball. It's okay. I got you. It's okay. Keep walking. Keep walking.
Not that way.
Let them know I'm coming out of the house. Medics. Where's she at?
They haven't came yet.
We don't have any TAC meds here. Okay, bring her back here.
Following her rescue, Amanda was taken to the hospital immediately for emergency medical attention to treat her terrible injuries. But she spoke to the police as soon as she was able to. What she revealed would flip everything on its head, and the truth is even more twisted than anyone has been letting on.
Other than, when you guys were having together, after that, did you ever put your hands on Amanda or Tim in any way? Did she ever have a bat?
Yeah, she had it some, but she didn't ever threaten me.
Okay.
I acted like I was with him at certain points, but then as soon as he wasn't there, then I would try to calm her down.
According to Amanda, though, things were far more complicated than Heidi let on.
She was so back and forth,
right,
bipolar, up and down.
Yeah.
I never knew what she would think.
Knowing this, the detective continued to push Heidi. The more he did, the more the inconsistencies became obvious.
I mean, did you ever encourage what he was doing?
Mm-mm.
No? I mean, did you ever join in making threats to them to kill them?
No.
Or do anything to them?
No.
She was involved. She wasn't touching me, but she was there and encouraging him with that one.
And they had made threats, I'm assuming. You talked about they told you they were going to kill you and stuff like that. So did he ever do anything to you physically?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. At what point did that happen?
Tim was still alive. They wanted him to be good. The first time was before she left the job site, and the second time was right after she left for the job site, because he did again whenever she left.
So he did it once while she was there and once while she was gone to the job site.
Mm-hmm. And once while she was there was a warm up because then they had.
But Heidi was ready to explain this too.
It's like I said, I was trying to keep him calm. You know, like I didn't want things to get worse with those two, and I didn't want to be in their position either.
Right.
So he wanted to have, and I let him have me. Because at first he yelled at me when I was trying to be nice, ask her, you know, I was trying to take care of her. That's why I decided that I might have to kill him.
Mm-hmm.
You know how hard of a decision that is? I love him. I hated him. I wanted away from him. He was abusive.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like I said, on my birthday, he did a bunch of that and broke my, like, it just.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I guess so she flipped and decided that he wasn't allowed to touch me anymore. She was getting me out of there. That she was going to have to kill him. That was going to have to happen. She was going to have to kill him. That was the only way that she would be able to get me out of there. I don't know if that was real or if it was trying to be good cop, bad cop. But she told him he wasn't allowed to hurt me anymore. And then he would come in and he would hold a gun up to me and she would freak out. Or she would piss him off and he would come in with a knife and stand there like he was going to stab me. And it was like all mind games with him.
Right.
This was only the beginning of the sickening mind games that took place.
Did you tell Amanda or Tim that you were going to help get rid of them at some point? Did you tell them anything about being able to get rid of their bodies or anything like that?
I don't know anything how to get rid of a body.
Before she left is when you heard them talking about getting rugs to wrap you both up
They
in.
told us straight out that's what they were doing.
Okay.
They told us the entire time that that's what they were doing. They were going to kill us.
Okay.
That we weren't getting out of this.
Perhaps unsurprisingly, Heidi blamed all of this on Carrie. In fact, she'd started shifting the blame to Carrie right from the beginning, when she first exited the house.
Gary Hammond is a monster. I don't know. Oh, God, can I please?
You stay right there.
He said that they both have to die. He said that from the very beginning. And in the beginning, I said, okay, I was acting like I'm fine with that. I'm not fine with that. But I said that I was fine with that, okay? Like, I'm being compliant. Am I guilty of that? Yeah, but does that make me a guilty person, a guilty party? Like, I'm some predator that I'm going to just sit here and beat people? That's the whole situation. He looked me in the eye and he said, you're going to have to kill him. And then, I'm not going to kill him. Now, last night, I was sitting there trying to hype myself up that I was going to have to kill him.
Right.
Yet earlier at the scene, Heidi was oddly focused on one thing, herself.
Who is supposedly dead?
I don't know his name. And his girlfriend, he's cheating on her. He's been terrorizing me, nonstop. I can't get. Please, can I have something to drink?
Not right now. We got more important stuff going.
And I actually said that either he's going to kill me or I'm going to kill him. I didn't know that anybody else was going to be hurt. I don't want anybody else hurt.
Right.
I did say two things that were up. I know that I did.
What were those two things?
Heidi alleged that Amanda and Tim chose to watch violent adult videos, and that this was the basis for the first comment that she made.
And I said, isn't it that you guys watched the snuff films and then now look what just happened?
She made some kind of video saying that she wouldn't have done what she done if we did.
What's the other thing you said? There's two.
It was something when I did not help him.
What did you say to her?
It was something in reference because about sneaking around somebody's back or something or whatever.
Once again, Amanda had a different story to share.
They did what they did. What does she mean by that?
Something about we had tried to her so that they were trying to hold us accountable.
Furthermore, Amanda said that she had never even seen the other people in the house and only had contact with Heidi and Carrie. She didn't even know Jason and Cynthia's names and only knew other people were in the house because she'd heard voices. It seemed that they'd been telling the truth when they insisted that they had no knowledge of the violence.
Well, that's what, the first time we talked, I kind of walked out of here thinking you were lying to me, but the more I've talked to other people, I think maybe you're telling me the truth about not knowing stuff. I don't, at this point it's hard to tell, but you can tell me straight up, I 100%, anything about any of what I just told you that happened.
I didn't know anything about any of it.
The battle for the truth was down to Heidi and Amanda, though by this point the detective likely had a suspicion about what the outcome would be. Still, the chilling details about to be revealed are nothing short of shocking.
You were broken up. So that's what made me think, like, was this some kind of a setup just to piss off Carrie and get in?
I don't know.
You know what I mean?
No. I don't.
People do that kind of stuff.
No, with that mean, no. If there was not, like, I know what kind of fire I would be playing with if I did that.
As Heidi mentioned, she was out of the house when the murder itself took place. Amanda, however, trapped and unable to leave, witnessed the horror and recounted the event in all its brutality.
I kept telling him to be quiet. I panicked more. Terry came in and he told him to shut up, and he ran over and he kicked him straight in the balls.
Mm-hmm.
As hard as he could with steel toe boots, which made him cry out.
Yeah, understandable.
And wouldn't stop making noise. And Terry started to wrap the belt around his neck, and I guess Tim's fight or flight kicked in, and he actually, because he didn't fight back that much the first time. He tried to.
Right.
But then he realized, and then I think he thought if he cooperated, he would get out of it.
But so after Carrie kicked him in the crotch and then put a belt on his neck, that's when Tim started trying to fight against him?
Like, he started to strangle him, and he fought back, and he started to scream at the top of his lungs as he was fighting back. That's
right.
And Terry was like, "You're going to be quiet." And he kept strangling him.
And then eventually Tim stopped fighting back? Yeah.
Terry stood there, and he kept holding it, and he kept holding it, and he kept holding it. And looked at me, and he's like, "Did you think you guys were going to get out of this?"
Mm-hmm.
After arrest, that the body they found in the house was none other than Amanda's boyfriend, 50-year-old Timothy Ivy. He was declared dead on scene. The fact that Cynthia found Tim's body in the dining room, not the bedroom where Amanda said he died, told police something else significant.
I didn't move him. He moved him. He had him in the blanket, and he moved him.
Who moved him?
Carrie and Heidi.
Both of them did? Okay.
Well, Carrie mostly.
Right.
He was trying to get dressed.
Would I have done it? Yeah, if I had to drag it, but and he told me about cutting him up and like, and I acted like I was, because he said something about you have to go dark as night. Okay, I'm sorry, I can detach.
What does he mean by that?
I guess become like soulless like he is. I don't know. I feed on him.
Okay.
When searching the house, police discovered Tim's body right where Cynthia said it would be.
You want to just kind of pull the covers back on body cam here? See if we actually have a body in there.
One cover down, the next one down now. One cover down, the next one down now.
Yep, we got a body. It's gonna be duct tape.
Yep.
Okay, we got a body. Male.
Male. Looks like it.
Can you get enough to get a check a pulse, just to make sure?
He's got rigor mortis.
No, not for this body.
Yeah, he's got rigor. Okay. Yep.
Cynthia and Amanda's stories aligned with each other and the evidence, making Heidi the outlier. The truth of what Heidi had done was horrific. With this in mind, the detective finally became more confrontational with her.
I saw a video from one of our officers' body cameras when they first got you out of the house, and you said something about holding somebody down.
No, I said something about holding somebody down. I said about holding who down?
I don't know.
I don't know. I said something about a gun, that I got his gun.
I don't think you told any of our officers about the gun. They
Yes, I
found
did.
it on you.
No, I did tell them. Okay.
Nobody knew you had a gun until that female officer found it on you.
Come here. Come here.
I got his gun. Are you having me up?
For the moment, yes.
It appears Heidi is being honest when she says that she told the officers at the scene about the gun. However, they didn't seem to realize she had the gun until another officer later pats her down.
Hey girl, I'm gonna need you to stand up here in a sec, okay? Hang tight right there for me. I'm gonna go ahead and get this part out of the way. You got anything on you? It's gonna stick, poke me, hurt any way, shape, or form. Anything? Hey, let me finish. Anything I need to know about before I find it?
I don't know.
No pocket knives, no needles,
I
no.
don't do needles. I grabbed everything that I could and I know I seen one of
What do you mean you grabbed everything you could?
he has guns, knives, bats, as much as I can in the van. And
You don't have any on you currently.
I don't know, and I don't know what.
Okay.
I know I seen one.
Okay, hang tight right here.
Is everybody dead?
No. Hang tight right here.
How do you...
What's in your pants? Is there a gun in your
I
pants?
said I grabbed his gun when...
Don't move.
If I was gonna
Don't move.
Why I'm the victim and you're treating me like I'm a criminal? Wow. I said oh my God, dude. I don't know what it's called, Army, what's up?
Yeah, it's loaded.
It's not my gun.
Note that while Heidi was initially handcuffed at the scene, another officer uncuffed her in an attempt to calm her down.
I put her in handcuffs in the first place. Well, I know, and I took them off because she couldn't make any sense every 3 seconds.
Meaning she could have drawn the firearm at any time since then.
You have any other weapons on you that we need to know about? Well, you weren't forthcoming with the first one, so you understand why I asked, right?
I don't have panties on me.
Okay, I'm not interested in what you got going on down there, okay? I'm going to search you, and I'm going to search you thoroughly. There's a female officer standing right here, so trust me, I'm not going to do anything inappropriate. You want to have your hands?
Indeed, I seen a dead man get dragged out of my bedroom. And you guys are...
Hang on, stop.
The police had a question for Heidi that was even more crucial than the firearm.
Well, my biggest question is, what did you mean when you said something about holding somebody down? Because I did see that part of the video and saw you say something along the line. I don't remember the exact quote.
I didn't hold anybody
you
down.
said something about holding someone down.
Though Heidi now denied it, she had made a statement along those lines.
And then he tried to mock it. I'm holding her because he's trying to make her strip down.
It wasn't clear if Heidi was referring to Amanda or Cynthia at this time, but the fact that she might have been restraining either woman was worrying. And even more troubling was the fact that this was just the beginning of the lies the detective was about to unravel.
That's one thing I still don't understand is why she would tell me that you did have the gun and that you were making threats that both of them were going to die. If you were playing along with him like you said, sure, but I mean, why would she tell me that you had a gun?
He had the gun. He had set the gun down. I had not had the gun. I did have the gun, you know that, but that I don't know.
Significantly, Amanda was not the only person who said Heidi had a gun earlier in the day.
Did you ever see a gun?
I did see the gun at the workhouse, but I didn't see it after that. I see just a handle, just the clip.
Okay, what, you saw a gun at the work site?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she had it on her at the workhouse.
Cynthia claimed she arrived at Heidi's house around noon. If she was telling the truth, that meant Heidi had the gun for about 11 hours, rather than the mere moments she'd made it sound like.
She's saying that you helped him.
What else did she say that was I'm sitting here and I'm going to be honest without being offensive towards you, okay? Mm-hmm. I'm in a very tough situation, okay? And I feel like you're coming at me like when all I've done was try to keep myself alive and keep 2 women alive, okay? I can be a very violent person, okay? If somebody does something wrong, I can be. These people didn't do anything wrong.
Right.
Here, Heidi includes herself as one of the victims. This is common among perpetrators who will often find a way to victimize themselves.
We'll take a break for a little bit. We'll let you chill out.
Once he stepped away from Heidi, the detective likely knew which version of the story he believed. Before dealing with that, though, he needed to give Cynthia some bad news.
I appreciate you talking with me a couple times today.
I'm going to jail.
I'm done. Unfortunately, yeah. Okay. It's a no bond felony warrant. I know. I talked to the prosecutor. I talked to my supervisors, and they all said we don't have a choice. So we're going to get you transported to jail here for long, and you'll have to see a judge about the warrant. I'm really sorry. Yeah. Well, it's not his decision to make.
The officer once again dove back into the interrogation, and Heidi's story changed one last time.
When you guys went to that work site or whatever today, did you have a gun with you then?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did. I thought about that after you left. Yes, I did. Okay.
Why?
He had given it to me because I was letting him think that I was going to help him fix, what had happened.
Where were you when you heard the gunshots?
Where was I?
Yeah.
Are you talking about when after the cops did?
Right. When you heard our gunshots.
I was on the curb.
Okay. Did you see what happened?
No.
No.
No. Can you tell me? Or should I not be able to handle it?
Amanda had a bit more insight into what happened directly before the shots were fired.
He kept saying she was crazy and psycho, and she kept saying, she didn't want to do this anymore. She didn't want to be with him. Whenever I heard him running to get Heidi, he come running back in the room, and he was like, "What did you do?" I was like, "How could I do anything? I didn't do anything."
Right.
He just kept walking back and forth.
Yeah.
He came back and he sat down in front of me at one point and leaned back, like he was just going to sit there and wait or something. And then, "He's the one that you shot, right?"
There's a chilling reason the investigators have been speaking to everyone but Carrie tonight.
Whoa, hey, stop. Don't shoot back there.
It had been Carrie who stepped out of the house holding something that appeared to be a weapon.
It's Carrie Hammond. We can call him by name.
Do not reach, sir! Do not reach! Do not reach! We're good.
Until police confirmed if Carrie was dead, badly wounded, or waiting for an opportune moment to strike, he still had to be considered a threat. This is where the armored vehicle came in. Police used what they called the Bearcat as cover to approach Carrie and confirm he was dead, then moved his body away from any potential weapons.
Lost my grip on him. One more sec.
But good job.
We were moving this dude, and his blood was like squirting out of his neck. I was like, oh, yeah. And he was definitely dead. He shot himself.
Back in the interrogation room, the detective broke the news to Heidi.
We ended up having to shoot Carrie because he had something that looked like a gun.
You killed him?
Yeah, our officers did.
Okay.
So
That's
he came out, had what looked like a gun in his hand, and wouldn't put it down. So
I was thinking about killing him myself, and that was that thing for me to have to.
Notice that the detective didn't say Carrie had a gun, but rather something that looked like a gun.
Dude, I think that's a bent piece of pipe.
Yeah.
The item in Carrie's hands was later identified as a selfie stick, bent into the shape of a firearm. Law enforcement theorized he could have carried the stick to provoke the use of deadly force, but since Carrie was deceased, there was no way to say this for sure.
I did try to shoot at Carrie before. Okay, and it is bizarre as it sounds. I actually prepared myself that I was going to kill this man.
last night you tried to shoot him?
No, this is before then. Okay.
Okay.
As shocking as this claim was, the detective had other priorities at the moment.
I believe that you helped tie them up or bind them up. I believe that you had that gun in there and made the threats that they were both going to die. I believe her when she tells me that you told them that you knew people they could get rid of their bodies. I believe her when she tells me that you had a much bigger part in all of this than what you've told me. You did nothing to help them.
In the beginning, and then because he even said, because I did nothing to help him. Okay, if I saw an opportunity to keep myself alive, okay.
Mm-hmm. You left. You were gone from there.
What are you saying?
Yeah.
You think that I'm just the same as him?
Maybe not the same type of person.
Well, no, then wait, can I help somebody because I'm trying to keep myself alive?
For the crimes that took place in your house,
my God,
you are just as much as responsible as he is.
That's what you think?
Absolutely, that's what I think.
You're not my judge. You're not my jury or nothing, okay?
But I'm the one responsible for investigating this, and that's what I've done all night long.
Okay.
From every angle, I've looked at this and talked to everyone that was involved, other than Carrie and Tim, because they're both dead. Can't talk to them.
Maybe I didn't make the best decisions, but I never want no part of that. Never. Okay?
Despite her protests, Heidi was taken to jail to await trial. It was determined that Cynthia and Jason were not responsible for any part of the crime. On March 16, 2023, Heidi was convicted of criminal confinement, assault, and murder. She was sentenced to 16 years in prison for criminal confinement, 40 years for assault, and 65 years for murder, to be served concurrently. Her earliest possible release is set for 2070, so it's possible she will remain behind bars for the rest of her life. No punishment will ever undo the trauma and tragedy, but hopefully, Amanda and her family, along with Tim's family, can rest easier knowing that
That is the end of the video, guys. And I would just like to say a couple things before I get into my little yap sesh, but first, you should have known, bro. Like, when that bitch had said she had no panties on, bro, you should have known she was a dirty, murderous scamp. And second thing, why did that dude's commentating voice at the end? He sounded like the guy that used to commentate at the end of Dragon Ball Z. Like, you know, like at the end of the episode where the Dragon Ball Z guy's like, next time on Dragon Ball Z. But anyway, bro. Basically, looking at the video, that's wild, bro. That's what I'm saying, man. We're definitely gonna have to watch this Parents Discover Teen Son's Horrifying Secret. That's gonna be for a later day. But man, getting to this video, bro. Honestly, this is just one of those situations where, like, it was a fucked up situation, but bro, there's so many ways to keep yourself out of shit like this, bro. There is no reason that Cynthia just met this woman and that she should have been going to her fucking house. I feel like they were not just going to do Dominoes and fucking soda. I feel like they were going to do Dominoes and about a gram of meth and about what? I said we could do a 2 liter of heroin, 2 liter of heroin. Yeah. But yeah, man, if you're my viewer, bro, don't ever. I don't care. Like I said earlier in the fucking video, bro, I don't care how long you have met a person for, bro. You don't truly know a fucking person until you see how they act when nobody's around them and see how people act towards them when nobody else is around. Get to see the type of energy they bring. And basically, I kind of knew in the video that Heidi bitch was like, she had something bigger than what she was like saying because, bro, there is just no fucking reason, bro. Like, actually, not no reason. It's the fact that, like, you could kind of tell, like, I'm not gonna lie, this might be a little stereotypical, but, like, you could tell when people talk a little bit faster than they have a use of drugs. And I could tell she had a use of drugs. And honestly, bro, when the cops made contact with her initially, like obviously, if you just escape from a traumatizing situation, yes, you are gonna cry, yes, you are gonna scream. But I see so many videos of actual victims getting like saved from shit like this, and they're like, "Oh my God, thank you," and then like they get to a moment of just spilling information because they realize like, bro, like if I really want the person who just did me like this gone, I gotta be vocal. And that woman was just really deflective. Like she was just like, "Oh my God!" Like what happened? She was trying to like pry to get some more information to think of, some more bullshit to spew to the cops. Yeah, and I guess the yap session really on this. I mean, there's not really a lot to yap about because we watched the video together. But you know, like I said, bro, just make sure to watch your friends, bro. This is an easy situation to not get into, but it is an easy situation to get into. I'm telling you, watch the way people talk towards you, bro. Just diagnose their words, bro. That's what I always do. Anytime I'm talking, no matter if it's somebody I talk to frequently, no matter if it's somebody I talk to like once in every a couple fucking months, bro. I always am diagnosing and analyzing these people's words, bro, because I feel like a lot of the like the tone that people say shit at, that shit could really like determine like if they trying to be manipulative, gaslight of, bro. You just gotta listen to little shit, bro. Listen to the little social cues, bro. And yeah, bro. But if you enjoyed the video, man, leave a like and subscribe. I am not gonna lie. I had to literally make this video like a couple couple hours later, bro. Those plants from Earth whipped my ass. So yeah, you're gonna see me a little bit slumped in the video, but don't worry, we come back. You know we come back because I'm right here telling you right now we come back. But you're already gonna know because you're gonna already went through the video. But yeah, man, enjoy the video, Matt Yaps. I'm gonna probably make another Yap session for tomorrow. I feel like I gotta be a little bit more consistent. But yeah, see you guys later.